Guys, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Jordan.
And we are Tangerine Travels. So in each city we visit, we like to do a list of things that would have been super nice to know before we came to that city. Just useful tidbits that they're not necessarily bad, not necessarily good, just things that would have been nice to know. So here we are in Guanajuato. We are actually right in front of the university in Guanajuato, and we're going to take you on a little journey of
7 things.
7 things that you would probably like to know before coming to Guanajuato.
Number 1, Uber is pretty affordable here. You can get a ride to anywhere in the city for just over 30 pesos.
Number 2, we thought this might not have been the case because there's so many crazy hills here, but yes, the Ubers will pick you up and drop you off no matter where you're staying, even if it's up atop a twisty, winding road in the top of a hill. They might act like they're not going to, or that that's not something that they do, but all drivers here will do it. They just might not like it.
Okay, is this just going to be one bell ringing? Or do we have to wait for more? Over there. Oh, there it goes again.
Get as many words as you can in between bell rings. Go!
Hills are really steep. You'll have to walk up and down lots of hills and lots of stairs. Yes!
Yes! What we were trying to say was...
The city is shaped like a bowl. That means expect to walk up steep hills and up and down lots of stairs.
What we're saying is don't buy a gym membership because you get your workouts for free every single day. One thing we forgot to mention as we were walking and panting up these hills is that in addition to there being hills that are pretty steep, the altitude is also pretty high, so it might take some getting used to, even if you're in really good shape. Oh, wow, that was a lot of talking on one breath. Number 4, you guessed it, steep hills means scary driving. The streets are incredibly narrow because the city was not designed for cars, yet they still try to drive around everywhere. So in addition to it being pretty terrifying to drive the streets, it's also kind of scary to walk them because they're so narrow. You have to watch out for cars coming around the corner all the time. And if you plan on driving around the city, which we do not recommend, you're probably not going to be able to find parking. So what I recommend doing is parking that car at your Airbnb just like we did, and then walking everywhere because the city is pretty small and highly walkable if you don't mind the hills.
Number 5.
Number 5, loudest cars everywhere that we don't even know. What are these people doing?
Revving their engine.
Unnecessary. Okay, take 67.
Number 5. Cheap eats and drinks. For the first time traveling through Mexico, we can get some cheap drinks.
Like 10 pesos for a pulque.
And there's quite a few options here. 10 pesos, or if you're willing to pay 20 to 30 pesos, you'll have tons of options.
And same with the food. Just yesterday, we took $5 and we bought just an exorbitant amount of food for both of us until we were stuffed. So if you're on a budget, this is a great city to be in. Number 6. Before coming to the city, there are a few things that we had never tried before. One of those is pulque. It's a fermented beverage using the sap of an agave plant, and it's pretty delicious. It's almost like kombucha, so we recommend trying that. Other thing is enchiladas mineras, which means miners' enchiladas. They're a combination of potatoes, carrots, crema, usually cheese and chicken or some combination like that, and they are delicious. You're only going to find the enchiladas mineras aquí in Guanajuato. Number 7.
One cool thing about the city is a lot of meals at restaurants include a bunch of other things in addition to your entree. So paying for your entree, you might also get a coffee, an orange juice, a piece of bread,
soup, salad, dessert. So for instance, the breakfast that we had this morning, which are our favorite chilaquiles in the city by the way, it included coffee, orange juice, a bollillo, and the main course chilaquiles with 2 eggs, refried beans, and a big portion of chilaquiles. This time, he actually brought out something else too. A small side of fruit, and all that for, what was
68 pesos.
68 pesos. So you're gonna save a lot of money that way. Many restaurants here do this, and that's not something we've experienced everywhere in Mexico. So those are our 7 things that we would have liked to know before coming here to save us a little time, a little money, help us have a more enjoyable time. We hope you found them useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video,
be sure to click subscribe
and give it a thumbs up. Also, want to make sure to gong that bell so you, oh my gosh, I think I just scared the birds. To make sure you get notified every time we upload a new video. We put one out every day about our adventures and travels all throughout Mexico. Thanks for watching.
See you mañana.